How spooktacular is this gorgeous 5-tiered candelabra? And it's made with supplies that you can easily pick up at the Dollar Tree. Without further ado, let's begin. We're going to start with these little mini parfait cups from the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 6. So we're going to take 2 of the cups and we are going to place them end to end and glue them together. I'm using E6000 and I'm just running a little bit of it around the top open edge of one of the parfait dishes. And then we are going to attach them together, making sure that the edges are nice and aligned. You'll need to make 2 of these. I got these skeleton seahorses from the Dollar Tree. They are so cool. We're going to attach the seahorses onto the stand using both E6000 and hot glue. The parfait dishes are going to act as the top section of our stand. When attaching the seahorse, we're going to align one edge to the seam so that they're all aligned evenly. Also pay attention to ensure that they're aligned level and square to the top so that when you look down from the top, you're looking down the ridge of the seahorse. I've added a little piece of masking tape to help hold the seahorse in place once it's glued. So I'm adding hot glue in addition to the E6000. The hot glue is going to hold it in place while the E6000 dries. I'm placing it and aligning it with the seam edge and then making sure that the seahorse is straight. Once I got the seahorse aligned where I want it and nice and straight with the top, I used the masking tape to hold it in place until the glue dries. I then repeated the process on the other side so that I have 2 seahorses attached to my stand. And it's nice and straight from the top view. And here it is from the side view. While we're waiting for that to dry, let's get to work on the bottom of the stand. We're going to start with this little dish from the Dollar Tree. And this mini bowl is also from the Dollar Tree. We're going to place the upside down bowl on top of the upside down plate and then glue them together using E6000. I used a Sharpie to draw a line around the bowl just to make sure I get it properly centered. Then apply E6000 to the rim of the bowl and attach it upside down onto the plate. I'm going to use these 2 Dollar Tree mini bowls and glue one side with E6000 and attach them together to make a sphere, which I'm holding together with masking tape until it dries. I've taken the other stand section, which I made earlier, and I have attached it onto the bowl section of the base. I also like to level things off. You can skip this step if you're happy just eyeballing it. Next, I attached my sphere onto the top section of the stand. However, I found that this didn't hold very well, so I replaced the E6000 with silicone and let dry overnight. Now that our seahorses are nice and dry and well attached, it's time to add the other 2. Now we'll add the third one, same as we added the other 2, making sure to align it to the seam. And here's what it looks like with all 4 seahorses attached. Here's what they look like when they're all dry and attached and right side up. This is the bottom section of the stand before we attach the top section with the seahorses. And here's what it looks like all together. Again, I've used silicone because there's a fairly large space between the 2 pieces and taped it to let it dry. Now we're going to incorporate some of these mini skulls, which come in a bag from Dollar Tree. Here I have my mini skull, which I am going to place on the back of the seahorse. I'm going to line the back of the skull with this large vertebrae here. You can attach these skulls using hot glue. Here is the base of the candelabra before it's painted and after. I used Rust-Oleum paint and primer in gloss black to do this. I do have to mention that a couple of the sections, mainly the stand area with the parfait dishes and the cups, didn't come to a full gloss sheen, so what I did was I applied a coat of clear gloss on top of it. And now it's time to assemble our drip pans. We're going to use these DollarTree champagne glasses. We just need to take one of the champagne cups and remove the bottom section. And then we just need to shorten up the stem section of the glass. I just used a couple different size pairs of tin snips to trim it down. A heat gun or a heat pen would work better for this, I think. This is a DollarTree silver napkin ring, and we're going to use this as the base for our drip cup, and we are just going to glue it in place using E6000. We'll need to make 4 of these. These drip cups fit perfectly on top of the skulls. However, I was a little bit worried about alignment, so I opted to turn the whole thing upside down and rest the skulls on top of the inverted drip cups while I let the glue dry. For the center of the candelabra, I'm using this skull-shaped drink canteen in silver. I've taped off the top section because I want that to remain silver while I spray the rest of it in gloss black. I'm using another one of the DollarTree champagne glasses, and there's no need to trim this one up as it fits nicely into the depth of the skull. Attach with E6000 and let dry. I used a mixture of hot glue and E6000 to attach the skull onto the center of the candelabra, and kept the head turned so that it looks through the center of 2 of the arms. Once my candelabra was all completed, I found this base to be a little bit flimsy because of the plastic plate. So I picked up a glass plate from DollarTree in gloss black. And I just added that underneath to give it some stability. You could glue this down if you like. I just set mine on top. I decided to add these teardrop-shaped chandelier pendants that I ordered from Amazon, and there was 20 of them in a pack, and they're quite stunning. I decided to place a row of them around the tails of the seahorses. I attached them using black thread and affixed them with shoelace knots. Here's another option for you if you don't want to invest in the crystals. You can just get some beads from the dollar store, and you can add those by just draping them around the candelabra. These would also be really nice in different colors if you want to change up the color scheme.